Or your dad trying to fix our attic and his two legs coming down in our ceiling.
That totally did happen.
Yeah.
So we were renovating the space in the attic, and I'm sitting in my office downstairs in the office, and all of a sudden I look up and I hear, "Oh no!" and I see 2 feet come down the dangling.
Yeah. This is serious. Hey, I'm Chad Davis. I'm here with comedian Jared Chambliss and my awesome, beautiful wife, Amber Davis, who's also a comedian, producer, writer, all the good things. Also, 2007 scab picking champion of Middle Tennessee. So we're off to a good start.
Facts.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
All right. So we're kicking it off with...
So last episode was our first episode. So
Yeah.
that was really cool.
Yeah, one in the tank.
So-
That's what they say in the biz.
Yep.
That's right.
That's right. We haven't been in the biz, but we've heard rumors.
Right. We're trying to get in the biz, and so we're trying to talk to the biz.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
That's biz.
I read you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Nice. So if you want to check out episode 1, we talked about all kinds of fun things like a disabled whale that swallowed a boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chilean, I believe.
Yeah.
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 And people who wash cars, criminals washing cars.
Right.
So,
Criminals washing.
Lousy thugs.
Yeah.
yeah.
So what
Great time.
what news do we have now?
Yeah.
All right. So we are going to jump into our segment, Is It News? And this is where we read silly news articles or articles.
And we're gonna-
this serious news article.
We're going to determine if this is newsworthy to us. So,
Right.
Or
Okay.
Just talk about it.
okay,
If
just
it matters to us,
and make
we
fun
think
of
this is
make fun of them.
yeah,
Serious news here. All right.
this is serious.
All right. Authorities got a lucky break when the murder suspect they'd been pursuing for months fell into their laps through the ceiling of the building where he was hiding. So the U.S. Marshals said agents captured 20-year-old, this guy, I can say his name,
That's nice.
months after a warrant for his arrest on charges of first-degree murder and reckless endangerment. But they were searching for him, and he fell out of the ceiling.
Yeah.
At the police station?
Nope, where they were searching
Oh.
for him.
Hey.
He fell out of the ceiling.
That's
Yeah. That's awesome. Good. That's one for the good guys.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
God right there.
Jeez.
Yeah, he definitely got smited out of the attic. Yeah.
So-
Wow.
Wow.
Into custody.
Yeah.
And because-
Fell
Is that-
through the ceiling
Is
into
that
custody.
his apartment? And
Uh,
if so, would that come out as deductible?
Yeah, he's not getting the deposit back.
Yeah, not getting that back. Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's gonna.
It's going to be a tarnish on his record.
yeah, I think that's
That's the thing that's going to stick out on his records. The
Yeah.
right.
It's going to stand out on
Yeah.
the old resume.
Yes.
wow.
Destroys ceiling and murders.
Yeah.
So is that a good place to hide?
No, that's not even news. If I was the police, I would
Yeah.
not have told that. I wouldn't have told that, look, we couldn't find him. He had to fall. into our lap.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. We've been looking for him for a long
We
time.
were looking for months.
Month-
And,
and,
and then he fell through. Like, how many times did they check his house?
I wonder if that was just God saying, "Here."
Yeah.
If even God had it with the police. And he was like, look, here he is.
That's right.
Barney Five.
That's right.
That's
So,
funny.
yeah, so that's pretty crazy. I mean, out of all the places to hide, what
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how he got up there because in apartment complexes they don't have
well,
I would bet
hey,
he climbed.
attics.
Well, if you've been in an attic, you know that, you got to step on the support beams.
Right.
And, made a
But
mistake.
that almost looked like the kind of like ceiling you have like at a school or something, or is that that is a regular ceiling.
no, yeah, that's sheetrock. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He just lost his footing.
How did he get up there?
I bet he was taking a nap and he rolled over off of the plank and
He
just,
was like Chevy Chase in Christmas Vacation. He was up there watching movies.
Or your dad trying to fix our attic and his two legs coming down in our ceiling.
That totally did happen.
Yeah.
So we were renovating the space in the attic, and I'm sitting in my office downstairs in the office, and all of a sudden I look up and I hear, "Oh no!" and I see 2 feet come down the dangling
Yeah.
right above me.
yeah.
And I'm like, Are you okay? He's like, yeah, I got it.
Like he was wearing your house as a diaper.
Swear our house is done. Yeah. That was pretty crazy. That was pretty bizarre.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't have told that if I was the police. I would have left that one. I would have just said man caught.
Yeah. So was that newsworthy?
No. I would
They laughed. Like they had to have laughed. Like if they see him coming down.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't get shot. I've heard they've shot some people for less than falling out of the ceiling.
Yeah.
I mean, I would understand that.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know why. Yeah. All right. What's next?
It's pretty bad. Okay.
Just thank you.
Yes. Talking closer to the mic. Okay, here's one. So this is very serious. This is serious.
This is serious.
Okay.
Serious face.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Hi, Valdemir.
Oh, this is a plot from Harry Potter.
No. Hi, Valdemir.
That's what I thought.
Believed to have escaped a past life as a Russian spy, was found dead over the weekend. But he is a whale in what animal rights organizations say were unnatural causes that he died. So a beluga whale who was a spy for the Russian government died.
I'm not sure I understand what she's saying.
Yeah.
She's telling me that this mammal, this
I don't know if
sea
she-
mammal was a Russian spy.
I don't know. Are you having a stroke over
This
there?
is the second whale story. Does she just see it in the WWW whale news?
Well, yeah.
Last episode it was a disabled whale. This one is a Russian spy.
Yeah.
It's a whale that is a Russian spy that was believed to have escaped. He was believed to escape, and they found him dead.
What makes a whale Russian? Because I would think like out in the water, it's not land based.
So it says that Valdemir, or how Valdemir worked his way along the Norwegian coast, frequenting fish farms and actively seeking out human interaction in the process. He was very interested in people and responding to hand signals.
Russian hand. That's what I'm saying. To say a
Yeah.
fish
Oh,
is a Russian.
It's a
Can't the
Russian
fish only be like Pacific or Indian? It has to be named from the ocean that it's in. How can
Right. Or how does he know he wasn't
what part of
a
Russia's
gang?
in the?
Because he had like the signs and like hand signs. Or was he deaf?
He was responding to hand signals.
Yeah,
I don't
like they
know.
were giving him
I don't know
Deaf?
how they determined this.
a deaf Russian whale spy. Makes sense to me.
They were trying to relocate him because he was in the witness relocation
What?
program. They said they were trying to relocate him.
When you say
They
they,
put a little mustache on, swimming through. Yeah.
with a little spinner on it.
Yeah. All right, moving on. That is not news.
No. If you do another whale one,
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Next.
Next, hold on.
not news.
I gotta go to this one over here. Let's see. Do you want another animal one?
Apparently you do. Is it another fish story?
No. I'm
Okay.
gonna wait on that one. Let's see.
Next time.
Well, if it is, I'm telling you, she's hitting a whale news. She's applied somewhere where she gets like text messages, any whale news.
I promise it was not a whale.
Russian spy whale
Okay.
dead
A
after
large-
15 years.
A large mammal with fins was
Who knew sign language, knew sign language and could read Braille.
Yeah. Okay, this says on 3 occasions this past summer in Taipei in China, they allowed 60 passengers the chance to check in, collect their boarding passes at the airport, clear security, and wait at the gate and board the Airbus, this Chinese Airbus. The plane's destination, nowhere. The groups were lucky winners of a contest that let people role play a day at the airport, satisfying their nostalgia for a time when air travel was fun and easy and just enjoyable.
So they didn't actually get on the plane and fly?
No, they let these people, 60 people, buy a ticket, go through the whole process, get on the plane and pretend like they're flying.
Oh yeah.
And then they make them get off the bus. And
So
get off the
nothing's more fun to go stand in line like a TSA.
Like they had to pay real money?
Yeah.
Like they paid their money, like you're saying, like they let them, like they were like, hey, you know what?
allowed 60 passengers the chance to check in. So I'm guessing they had to pay.
That's like going to McDonald's and getting to order, but
Yeah.
you sit down with the food, but you can't eat it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for the
It says,
experience.
after being greeted by flight attendants, buckling up and sitting on the tarmac, fantasy travelers deplaned and went home.
What's the name? What's the name of the airlines that was doing this?
It's Songshan Airport. It doesn't say the name of the airline.
Huh.
But I mean, is there anything that you could think of that you would pay to
To experience not all of it.
It's like experience, not
Like
all of
going to the movies and watching the previews and then leaving.
Yeah.
And going, man, that movie was probably going to be really good.
Oh, you know
getting
what?
on a Greyhound bus and
Oh,
eating the
It would make sense to me if the plane took off and like maybe just did a lap or something and then came back. But you're saying they just got on, sat.
Yeah.
and then they made them.
Here's one thing I would like to do. It'd be kind of cool. I mean, because you think about SNL. They do it all week long. They write, they rehearse, all that stuff, and then it's all for one night.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool just to be there for all the process, but not get to be there live. You can watch it on TV, but you get to see everything behind the scenes, all the writing and the.
Oh, but then you don't
Yeah.
get to see the actual live
Yeah.
performance.
Yeah.
They do that where you can buy tickets
Well,
to Friday night's performance.
That's what I'm saying.
Every time.
If you're
Friday Night Live.
asking if I was able to be a part of
Friday
a
Night
process, but not see it all the way
You would
through,
do something like that.
I would do something like
You
that.
would do something like
Yeah.
that.
That'd be
Okay.
kind
Do
of.
you think you bring your luggage for this trip?
Apparently, they brought it because they had to
Oh.
go through They had to go through all the checkout and all the things.
Wow.
I would imagine they just bring a carry on.
Mm-hmm. And no one's ever had a problem with carry-ons.
Okay, that's not news. What's next? I don't know. That I don't.
Like, I don't want to say it, but they're Chinese, you know?
It is interesting.
Well, yeah. What? Oh, yeah. That's right. We did discover
Yeah.
where they're from.
Okay. All right. Here's one last one. We've got researchers used what they described as trained human sniffers and equipment like an electronic artificial nose of sorts to study the scent of 9 mummified bodies.
Okay.
Said
Wow.
the smell was woody, spicy, and sweet, according to the study.
That's the name of the 3 guys they hired?
Yeah. Woody,
Spicy,
and sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah. Got to stay away from sweet.
Man. But that Woody, too.
Why?
I don't know if I'd want to hang out with Spicy either.
Right. Why?
That's too close to Zesty.
Why in the world would they need this information? Why do you need to know?
You know, I'm not going to complain about that, Amber. I think they're putting jobs in the American people right there.
Yeah.
They're going to need people to sniff dead bodies.
He said
I
these
mean-
mummies were 5,000 years old.
They're sniffing old people, basically.
There are people that do that probably for free.
Yeah. We used to have a president that sniffed a lot of things.
Wow.
Just saying.
He was old.
Apparently all of the sniffers said the aroma was pleasant.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
Well, I guess the Egyptians have figured something out.
No, I don't think they have. I think that's like that's an acquired smell is what that is.
No, I don't think they have.
No, they haven't figured anything out.
Taxpayers' money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sniffers, mummy
Right.
sniffers.
Right. That's yeah.
Mummy sniffers.
Wow.
That's interesting.
How do you even
How do you apply for that job?
Well, not even apply. I was thinking
Well,
if someone, you know,
hold
the first
on.
thing you meet someone, one of the
gotta
first
be-
things you ask is, so what do you do? What do you say?
Well, I know, but you got to be very careful. You got to explain it afterwards, because if I just told you, "Hey, I'm a mummy sniffer,"
Right. That
like
that
what?
doesn't come off right.
Yeah,
Right.
like yeah.
If you had COVID, you couldn't do it.
Well, not only that, but like
Because
the
you
first
sense
thing
the
you think of
smell.
is like if you say "mommy," mummy.
Oh, they might think mom.
Yeah.
Mommy
Because
sniff.
like
you
in
got-
England, they call them.
Oh yeah,
Right,
sure.
You got to be very careful.
No, I think the only way you tell that what you're smelling mummies
would tell that.
and get away with it is you tell something way worse first.
Yeah, I would say I'm Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I would be like, do you know what necrophilia is? And they're like, oh, you're like, yeah, be like, right. I just smell dead bodies, and they're like, oh, and then
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's how you would break that in.
Right. Yeah. It's like, wait. Yeah.
I don't even know what to say to that, Jared.
Right. It's like when you were a kid and you have a bad report card. You
Right.
come home and tell your parents, my girlfriend's pregnant. What? No,
Yeah,
just
you're
kidding.
like-
I got an F in English.
Yeah, you're like, so this could have been so much worse.
Yeah. It's great. This is going sideways.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we're out of news.
Yeah, mummy sniffers. Interesting. Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's
How much does it pay just asking for a friend?
Come on.
They have to pay. They pay.
Oh yeah, they said they liked it.
They liked it.
Yeah,
I mean, would you, what would be the dollar amount to get you
to sniff a mummy.
No.
to be a mummy sniffer?
None.
I'll be honest. Like just to do it once, it wouldn't take a whole lot of money. I mean, I'd probably do it for
Like a challenge?
Probably, I'd do it for a pair of Jordans.
Oh, okay.
Pair of Jordans.
Yeah, just to sniff it
one.
once. Yeah, that's not that bad. If you're saying like to do it as my job, like every day I have to wake up and just go smell dead mummies.
Yeah. Like, all right, time to go make the donuts.
That seems like
smell
a-
mummies.
That's probably a $60K a year job, man.
Yeah.
you
Okay.
think?
Yeah,
Huh.
to sniff dead people.
What kind of benefits do you think you'd get for that kind of job?
Mm.
Like
A lot
health
of
insurance.
clothespins.
a lot of clothespins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. All right. That's all the news.
Oh,
There
okay.
it is. So
All
we're
right.
gonna
Oh,
move on to
story time.
Story time.
today's story time is with Jared.
Yeah.
Story time with Jared.
It's Jared.
This is serious.
Yes.
All right, story time. Chad told a story last time of his childhood. I'll tell a childhood story of mine. When I was a kid, I was a really avid basketball fan. Like I loved the NBA, Larry Bird, and and then Michael Jordan after Larry retired, and Magic Johnson. So I was about 14, and I decided I was going to write all these basketball players. I picked like 50 players. I mean, I picked, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, anybody, Shaquille O'Neal. I picked all these players and I wrote them a letter and I put one of their basketball cards in a self-addressed envelope and asked them in the letter, would you please sign this basketball card and just drop it in the mail and send it back to me? And out of 50 people that I sent this thing to, about 8 of them sent something back that would say like, we can't respond to everything, sorry.
But you
You
responded.
responded.
Yeah, but like, and I wouldn't get like the card I sent would just be gone. Like,
Okay, we took your card.
yeah, that didn't come back from if they didn't respond, I just lost the card or whatever. But again, I sent that note. I know that maybe not everybody's going to, but I honestly figured a lot more would come back than they did.
Right.
Right.
Nobody came back except one person.
Oh, okay.
One person sent the self-addressed, and I was so excited. 14-year-old walking in the mailbox and seeing it. It's my handwriting, so I knew. I'm like, this is somebody, and I didn't know who it was. And to open it up and then to see
Who was it?
that Larry Joe Bird signed a basketball card and then sent it to me at 14.
Whoa, dude.
I mean, I sent this to if you can think of anybody that played basketball in the late 80s through the 90s.
Yeah.
I sent them a card asking, please sign this.
Yeah.
And there was a handful that did send, like, I remember Shaquille O'Neal and Dennis Rodman both, they put me in their fan club, like back, this is, the 90s.
Right,
So they had like,
They
Fan clubs.
personally did.
yeah, I think some of them, they may have even, because a couple people did something like that. They maybe even sent like, just a couple of knickknacks, like a keychains or something, thanking me for writing.
Right.
So they weren't being completely, jackwagons. But Larry Joe Bird is the only one.
Wow. This
That's
is really cool.
amazing.
The rest of the people, I just never even.
That's super classy.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Bird.
Yes,
pretty
thank
awesome.
you. Yeah, I don't know if Larry's ever going to see this, but
You may.
If he does.
you're the best basketball player in my opinion.
Yeah. Yes.
For
Oh,
sure.
have you seen clips of his grandson?
Yes, I have.
Oh,
Goodness
his grandson's
gracious, his
Yes.
grandson is a baller.
Yeah.
Really?
He's in high school, and I think he's going to college maybe next
He's
year.
like 6'9".
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. You'll,
Okay.
you'll
6'10".
probably be hearing a lot about him in the future.
Yeah.
You trying to kill off?
No, I just didn't know.
Please, sorry, Larry.
My high school boyfriend was obsessed with Larry Bird.
Man, and for good reason. He was the hick from French Lick, man. It didn't get any better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So was he your favorite basketball player? Like
Yes.
growing up?
Yeah, him, and then like Michael Jordan, I guess, after. Because Larry retired, early 90s, late.
Right.
He's back after the Olympics.
Right.
90,
Yeah,
was it
yeah.
96
Dream team.
Olympics, 92 Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Who was your favorite?
Michael Jordan.
Well, yeah.
But it was tough. I was from North Carolina, but I pulled for NC State. Michael Jordan played for the Tar Mills.
Yeah.
And
James Worthy.
Oh yeah, all of them.
And you got to meet him, didn't you?
Nope, I got to see him play.
Oh, okay.
Never got to meet the
Michael.
GOAT. I think Jordan's a GOAT. Outside of, I'm talking about including any basketball player, even including the Bird. I like Larry.
I saw Michael Jordan play
Oh yeah, NBA or
baseball.
Oh, you saw him play baseball?
White Sox.
Was it White Sox?
Yeah,
right?
when he came here, the Sounds.
Oh yeah,
When they,
there's a farm team.
Yep,
because
he was playing for the Barons, maybe
Yeah.
something like that.
He played for the Sounds?
No,
No.
the Barons. I think is the name. The team he was on.
Yeah.
They were playing the Sounds,
right.
and so they
know he
came to
played for the
Nashville,
farm
and
team.
me and my dad went
Yeah,
Oh,
and
Soda
saw him
Bunt.
out in the outfield.
yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I got to see him play in college at Reynolds Coliseum against NC State.
Wow. So okay, we both seen him.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. It was
I've
like
seen him in a
82,
Hanes underwear
81.
commercial.
Wow.
Out of all the commercials to say that I've seen him in, an underwear commercial would be probably the last one I say
Yeah.
I've seen him.
Wow.
You could have said
The Spike
a
Lee
Nike commercial,
like, just do it.
yeah,
That's what I remember.
I want to be like Mike.
an NBA commercial,
Yeah.
Was he at McDonald's commercial?
Space Jam, yeah.
Space Jam.
Maybe.
Right.
Yes.
Wow.
McDonald's, yes, 100 times yes. But you're like, no, I remember seeing him in his underwear.
Hanes. Clean it up, Amber.
Sorry, family friendly.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes, nice.
All right. So time for show and tell.
show and tell.
Now it's
Yes.
time.
So show and tell is where, just like when you're in kindergarten or preschool, and you bring an item from home, and did you just cling the mic? Clink.
Cheers the
I
mic.
always bring my special bag is where I bring
Yeah.
my show and tell in.
And I thought the first episode, I thought that was a show and tell item because that's a pretty dope bag.
No.
So
this is
so
where
show
we
it.
just
Show
show
it.
Again, yes, I keep so many things in his bag, Chad. So
Okay.
what am I
And then
doing?
you, the audience, gets to decide. who
Right,
wins.
if it's even.
Who
All right,
wins.
let's see here. I got to figure out where he is. All right, so this one is just, I'm only doing this one because this kind of plays well, just to show you I'm not lying.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Whoa, dude.
Show and tell. It is a autographed basketball card of Larry Bird.
Wow.
Look
okay.
at that.
Thank you.
Hold
No,
it.
yeah, go ahead. I'll let you take pictures of it or,
That's awesome.
yeah, don't rub it too much because let's see. Larry sent it to me it didn't come in that case, right?
Okay.
So I figured he was the last one that touched it. So I
yeah.
put it right in that case after.
Sure.
No one, the last person to touch that card was
That
Larry
is
the legend.
pretty sweet.
That's pretty impressive.
How about it?
Yeah.
Where do you keep that? Under your pillow?
Yeah, I don't want to tell you where I keep it because that would be silly because then someone could get my prized
How about
possession.
this? How about this?
True.
What
Give
if
us your
I
address.
borrow this jersey in that card and I can go borrow your story and tell it if I was mine? Like if I could go around town, like, hey, guess what happened when I was a kid? I sent out 50 little letters and baseball card or basketball cards.
Yeah, he's putting it away.
You ever watch Seinfeld?
Yes.
Yeah, you would have to buy the story from me, like Peterman bought Kramer's stories from him. I'll sell you my Larry Bird story, but it's going to cost you.
Okay. Well, how much? Okay, for the viewers out there, how much would your
Larry Bird story?
yeah? How much would you charge for your?
All right, I'll give you two prices. One price will be you got to give me back the jersey and the card. For that, I'll graciously accept $2 will be
Oh.
fine.
Two
Now, if you want to keep the jersey and the card, I'm going to need a lot more.
Then two nickels.
Then
A
two
lot,
nickels.
lot more nickels.
A lot more nickels. Yeah.
Okay, like 20 nickels.
I was thinking somewhere in the range of like 1,700 nickels.
1,700 nickels.
Yeah.
Somebody do the math.
Oh, no. That doesn't seem like a lot. Of
I
money.
know.
It's like $60.
I know.
Watch $60 not even anywhere
It's
close
like,
to it.
I
People
don't
are
know.
like
I
this
think it's
guy
like
is a-
$400 or something like that.
Well, let's just say it's a lot more. It's heavier.
It's heavier. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can put it in that
All the
bag.
nickels need to be predated 1980.
You're going to carry around those nickels in that bag.
Carry them out in a sock
Yeah. Oh man.
in case somebody
All
attacks
right.
me.
I got another clip here.
Another clip that I'm sure he's got a video of him playing basketball with
Now that would be a comedy.
Larry
clip.
Bird.
Yeah, here's me with Larry
Nuh-uh.
Bird doing layups. Yes.
I'm like, this dude.
He's on Larry Bird's shoulders.
All right. So tell me what you think
Okay.
about.
If this is you and Larry Bird, I swear I'm gonna be mad at you. If you've met Larry, you got some video of you like shaking his hand or
Like,
Tim washing dishes with Larry Bird.
yeah.
hanging out with Unc.
I'm there. I'm there signing cards for him.
Just mailing them out to kids.
He's reading your letter.
He goes,
I'm like,
hey, Larry Joe, what do you think about this kid in Nashville?
send it.
Hey, you laugh, but for real, let me tell you this. Can I tell you a real story? This is part of still. This
What's
part
that
of
other
story.
part? That's not real.
No, that was real. But this is
the heck.
look. I told you my dad. My dad worked for Porter Wagner, right?
Yes.
He was his drummer for 30-something years. My mom also worked for Porter Wagner, and she did everything for him as far as like when the guys went on the road, she booked hotels, flights, took care of buses, anything that had to be done for them going out with Porter, she took care of, and she took care of his bills. Like she worked from his home. All right. And people would mail things in for Porter to sign, and my mother would sign.
Can you say this on the air?
I think so. Yeah, he's dead. She would sign stuff, and Porter Wagner, and the only time that she would have him do, because he would get a little irritated sometimes if she came to him too many times to sign it, because he would just be like, just sign it. He's just like, like they don't, he didn't.
Oh my goodness.
But she would say like, she would be like, she would say, hey, if they would send a very old picture of him, if it was like I'll say old picture. If it was a young picture of Porter, she felt like maybe that was an older fan. So she would take him the young pictures of him, like, would you sign this one? And he would do a few of them. But you can go around Nashville, like IHOP, and different restaurants would have pictures of country music artists.
Yeah.
And we could go in there and I can look at it and tell you and go, that's my mom's signature. That's not Porter's. Yeah. Or I could look at it and go, no, that one really is.
Because it say Capri.
Because when she signed it, she did not sign Porter Wagner. She signed it. She signed her name. There's a lot of people out there wondering why they have a Capri Chambliss Porter Wagner.
Interesting. Is that his birthday?
No, you can just see.
Porter's his stage name.
And to tell you the truth, she actually was really good at it.
I don't
like
know
if you did side by side. Well, then maybe you cut it out. I don't know. It's fact. It's a fact.
It's great.
All right, show me.
She liked that.
All right, and just in case we're cutting it.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so
Show and tell. Show and tell.
Show and tell. Here is a video clip I want to show Jared.
All right, I haven't seen this yet.
All right, here we go.
That's the whole purpose of this, is to get my reaction to it.
Yes.
Ready?
Okay. All right. Look,
So describe what you just saw, Jared.
okay. I know Chad is supposed to edit this where you can see the video I just watched. And if you did just watch that, if you did see that, I apologize. It was an old man making a bunch of animal noises.
He's meowing.
One of them. Yeah, he's just out at the lake making donkey noises. And
What was your favorite noise?
the donkey one was pretty good.
Where do you find this?
Hey, my algorithm is built one brick at a time.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
it
say
is.
that's built.
Wow.
I'm not sure I'd call that built.
Wow. That's amazing.
There you go.
Well, such a blessing.
Who won that? Come on.
Okay, so vote now on who won that show and tell.
No.
Was it Jared and his signed picture of Larry Bird
Yeah.
from childhood?
Signed picture. It's a basketball card, Amber.
Pre-Chambliss.
Signed picture. Signed 5x10 of Larry Bird. It's like his basketball shot. Yes. I got a Polaroid of Larry Bird. That's a sound clip I don't want. Golly.
Or my
Chad's-
hand-picked clip that I had to comb through social media to find.
Of a man that looks like a walrus making other animal noises.
Yes.
It's quality stuff.
Yes. So vote now for This Is Serious.
This is serious.